Alright, so we're back to where we were. I retraced my steps the best I could. You know, did everything almost the same. The items are different though, because of random chance. I don't know exactly what's different. I'm not sure what I got last time, but I got a few different things, I guess. Did I? I can't remember. I think I got a trench coat, I guess. I got this randomly in a chest. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I have no idea if I got anything new necessarily. Something I want to mention as well, though. I think I mean I'll probably just add a note in the video itself. But for some reason I mixed up this accessory. I thought the soul devourer necklace was the one that regenerates your mind, but this one's actually gives you extra magic defense. I think that's what it is. For some reason, I don't know. In my head, those two are the same. They both start with S. I don't know. It's weird, but that's not the case. I actually just simply, you know, made a mistake there. But yeah, I think that's everything. I drank some wine off screen, and I got the you know, infinite bread or whatever spell. I think yeah, everything else is the same. I killed a zombie on the way because I had to like walk back here, you know, just to show. Can I have a torch? Do I have a torch? I don't have a torch. Yeah, like craft a torch. I'd like to craft a torch, please. Mine doesn't drain so much. So alright, so here comes the moment of truth. Last time I went through here, the game crashed. Hopefully it does not crash. It does not crash. And I did some testing actually off screen. I came back here like a few times actually, and it crashed a few times. And I think it was caused by the mod. There's a mod that I have. The Now in English mod, the one that like supposedly fixes a lot of like typos and proofreading errors and whatnot. The latest version 2.1, at least the time recording this, seems to be the problem actually. Like I reverted back to version 2.0 and there's no crash. So I don't know. They did something in the mod that may have like accidentally changed something in the script and broke it. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But it's working now, so that's, you know, so that's good. However, something's going on. Someone's being dragged. The hairy beast is dragging someone. Well, we can ignore them, or we can interrupt the beast. So let's interrupt the beast. Uh-oh. Well, you're just gonna stand there? Hello? It seems like they can't walk past for some reason. I don't know if it's a bug or not, or is it just intentional? I wonder actually, can I like... I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I wonder if I can do a bear trap. Oh damn it. It didn't work. What the heck? Hold on, wait. Oh damn it, no. That sucks. The beast twitches. I guess I'm gonna guard, because I think that they're gonna do something, right? Most likely. Whatever. We'll just fight this normally. Oh, now I feel like I wasted the bear trap. Man, a lot of items you can use in this game, but like I feel useless. You're never in the right position to use it. Whatever. I'm just gonna cut off your arms. Bad breath. Okay. Oh, can I run now? Actually, I should. Sometimes I do this. You can go back a menu and then just choose run instead, but that's probably a bad idea. This doesn't allow your other characters to do anything. That's the problem with that. I wonder, can I just like, I don't know, just so I feel like I made use of the bear trap. It's just annoying that I didn't get to use the bear trap. Can you just walk on the bear trap, please? I mean, come on, walk on the bear trap. Alright, well, let's see. Do I have anything that... Oh, I have this white file that I didn't use last time. I'm not gonna have to use it now. Annoying. Can you like... Can you stop? Can you like go this way? Oh, come on. You suck. Alright. I guess it's a bad placement. Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna use another bear trap. I don't know. It's just sunken cost fallacy. I wasn't intending on using that bear trap. Use a bear trap. Here we go. Walk on it. Come on. Walk on it. You're walking on it last time. Now I got caught by it. What the heck? I shouldn't do that. I keep forgetting to do that. Because there's a faster way to do it. All right, there you go. Finally, I also just want to show the bear trap is the thing. There you go. There you can use the bear trap. Amazing. It's wasted though. I can't really pick up the other bear trap. Oh, well, there you go. He got hit by another bear trap. And at least I feel like I got use out of it. Anyway, the reason why I want to use a bear trap is that it cuts off the limbs in the legs, or just cuts off legs rather. That's great. What happens when you cut off the legs? For most enemies, it makes the head vulnerable. That means you can just target the head and they instantly die. Usually. And we're just also beating up the corpse, because why not? Yay, we did it. Dead. Alright, wasted 2 bear traps for just because. And a white vial. Don't worry about it. Blue herbs and small seeds. Alright. There's a knight from the Kingdom of Dawn here. Investigate. She's scarred, dismembered, and badly beaten, but still alive, just barely. The female knight comes back to her senses. She looks to be in critical condition. Who are you? What happened? Oh, I'm Darth. Pleasure. I'm Jean from the Kingdom of Dawn. I guess I have you to thank for saving me. I think I remember what happened. We were getting to the lower levels of the prison, but then we got ambushed. Ambushed by what? Our party was scattered almost immediately when we reached the dungeons. We were thrown in the midst of chaos right from the start. Me and the Dark Knight Sarah ended up together, and when we couldn't find the others, we decided to delve deeper. Big mistake. We were then ambushed by a creature with the head of a crow. We saw that. I have no idea what happened to Sato, but I hid in the catacombs, only to be found by that hairy beast later on. Jean coughs up blood. She seems to be in serious pain. I have a favor to ask. It might be too much to ask, but could you help me reach the upper floors of the dungeon? We were supposed to regroup at the basement area. I'm afraid I'm in too bad of a shape to get there on my own. I know it's a big detour from here, but... I mean, we can, like, just leave her here, I guess, but... I don't know, it seems like a bad idea. I've never actually seen what happens if you just leave her here. Just, like, standing here. I'm assuming she dies. So sure. You will? Thank you so much. It looks like some of her limbs were cut off, you know? I think at least one arm was cut off there. Barely see. That's kind of annoying though, because I want to stay in, you know, in Mahabra, I guess. I don't know, I still don't know how to pronounce that, but I want to stay there, but oh well. You slowly make your way back to the upper floors, all the way to the basement. Phew, we made it. Gee, you're alive. Prince Buckman, I'm so glad to see you two alive and well. Yes, you too. I'm glad you ran into this noble warrior too. We never explored the lower sections of this wicked place, so no wonder we didn't run into each other. I got lost there with Sir Sorrel. I have no idea where he is now or if he's even alive. Sir Sorrel wouldn't let this place have its way with him, especially with the mission at hand. Did you find him? No, but we didn't find him dead either. I don't know which one of them is a tougher son of a bitch. Who is he? He's the man we came to the dungeons for. Captain Rudimir. He is, or he was, in charge of these prisons. He's the brother of our comrade in arms, Sir Sorrel. He's still missing too. Or rather, Jean was saying that, rather. Oops. I think I gave the wrong voice, I guess. Yeah, but Sir Sorrel was missing too. We got an emergency message from these dungeons requesting aid, but it seems we're too late. Last time we saw Sorrel was in the level 7 catacombs. I think he must have gone on to the ancient city like I did. Ancient city? I don't know if it's too much to ask, but could you go look for him? I'll do the best I can. Great. He's this big, gloomy, dark knight. You can't miss him. You truly are a saint. Good luck out there. I'd help you if I was in a better condition. Alright, there you go. Hello, Fishy, by the way. So yeah, you know, you can save these guys. I mean, you can also, again, I think I mentioned before, you can, like, not save these guys. You know, you can just, like, leave them to die. And in fact, it's actually more beneficial, actually. They have some, like, good items, you know, if you sell out Buckman, if you kill this guy, if you leave her to die. Everyone has, like, good items you can loot from their bodies. And, like, it you know, I feel like in general it's better to do that, but I don't know, whatever. We'll just save them just because. The last part of the quest actually involves like saving Sir Sorrel, but like Sir Sorrel has some good items though as well. Like maybe he has some unique items that you can get from his body. Anyway, don't let the darkness get in your mind. Even the most noble can find a path in ruin if they're pushed against the wall. If you do end up finding Sorrel, I'll make it worth your time. Sorrel seemed troubled, so maybe approach him with care if you do see him. Right. And I feel like it's really easy to fail, actually, this quest. I say fail. I mean, you know, fail, succeed, you don't get experience or anything. There's different outcomes, let's just say. It's kind of not worth it, actually, to save Sir Sorrel as well. You know, the reward that we get, basically, just to spoil it, it's not, I don't think it's a big deal, but the reward you get is just the ring of race, which I already have, like, how many? I have, like, 3 of them, so I don't need a 4th one, really. I have too much of it, so it's just unnecessary. Anyway, I guess we're gonna get back to where we were. Let's see, we did take some damage. Okay, well, we'll do this in order. Let's see. There's a few things I want to do. I want to like heal up. I want to go back to the water area actually, but since, well, I know how to get back from here. Oops. I'm gonna fight you. Alright, that's fine. I'll just... Okay, probably better... I don't know. He's still gonna bite you, though, is the problem. That's the annoying part. I don't know, actually. I mean, usually the head is hard to hit. Fun fact, if you hit the head on this guy, he's still, yeah. He bites you, but he also still attacks you. Because he's a zombie. You know, if you decapitate a zombie, they're still gonna attack you. Is the thing. As it turns out. You know, there's also a few more things I kind of want to do here. Did I loot everything, actually? I guess I haven't done that yet. I don't know. I mean, there's not much to loot. There's this guy. I guess we'll kill him. Hopefully it's not too hard. I guess we'll just get rid of their arms if possible. I can't remember. How much HP does arms have? More than usual, I guess. Not easy, just get rid of his arms. He's still gonna like... Oh. He can scream at me. Crazy. Whoa! The head. And for some, I mean, rather not for some reason, I was gonna say the head is actually easy to hit for this creature because it doesn't have legs. It seems like, or at least it's crawling on the ground. That's fine. It's easy to hit. Nothing of value. You know, again, the game is realistic in the sense that even if you kill monsters, it's not really guaranteed that they drop anything. Is the thing, right? Oh yeah, and this little puzzle over here. I actually don't know. Do we need to do this? I'm not sure if we necessarily need to do this puzzle. Maybe I'll come back, but I'm not sure. Maybe we can if we want to, but it's not really necessary. Oh, doesn't seem like there's anything I can loot. Let's go back here. Get back to where we were. There's a reason why I want to go back to where we were. Ultimately, it's going to be faster to go this way than to run back to where I want to go as well. Let's see. We're going to go back to the present. But yeah, the Mahabharata is a big city, you know, there's things to do on the left. Especially with the whole time travel thing, you know, there's like different states the city is in, so you're going to have to be able to explore both ways to, you know, make use of the different states of the city. Get some stuff here. Buckler. Blue vial. Opium powder. Ale. Glass vial. That's good. We need glass vials. I want to have like a helmet. Off hood. I guess you can have a leather helmet instead. These crates here are empty. Seems like this area was used to store crates and goods that were redistributed to other parts of the city. Well, that's annoying, because usually when you look at crates, you're like, you can get some stuff, right? But it's like, nope, actually, these crates contain nothing, haha. Yeah, you're like, okay, developer, really have to do that just to, like, throw me? Also, this guy, which really shouldn't be a problem. These guys look creepy, but as far as I know, you just hit them. Just smack them. I think they're a reference to something. I want to say like Siren, though I don't remember exactly. Something to do with Siren. Siren, the PlayStation 2 game, which I remember playing a demo of. I remember a long time ago. Really weird game where you're like, you switch perspectives, if that makes sense. Like you have like the ability to like see things from other people's eyes. I remember that game like being pretty hard. Alright, so you want to be here, and you also like to go up here. Very awkward stairs, by the way. I don't know how the developer programmed this. And for some reason, when you go on the right side, everybody has to catch up. I don't know why. Very strange. But anyway, you are over here now. The tower feels somewhat safe. So it is. So this is actually one of the best safe spots in the game, actually. There's the cloth. Just the cloth fragment. And then save. So we can just save here. This is an infinite save spot. That's just guaranteed. If you wanted to, you could just rush here and just get it here, just so we have a save spot. Also get blood portal. Now, what makes the blood portal again very like useful, just for convenience sake, is because you can put a blood portal here right next to a save point. So you can imagine, makes things a lot easier. Now you can just teleport everywhere you want. There's still one more spot though we need to go. In order to like get all the fast travel spots. But for now, I guess where would I like to go? I mean, for the circle, actually, I like to not create another blood portal. I like to pray. I like to pray to Sylvian, please. Please and thank you. Okay. I think the way it works is like you have to pray like 3 times at certain spots in order to get like an affinity of the god, I believe. Something like that. But let's go to the mines actually. So I actually want to go here. I want to go back here. The reason is I wanted to go back to where that salmon snake is. I think is around on the right side. The biggest reason is because there's an infinite water source. Basically. I don't know if the water is safe considering there's a bunch of corpses in it, but you can basically just spam the button, get a bunch of like water. Now, why do we want water? I mean, if you've been paying attention, we got the simple transmutation spell. Because of the simple transmutation spell, we can turn water into wine. Oh, a terrifying presence entered the room. Okay, good, great. I've heard that apparently the crow mauler shouldn't follow you after you go to Mahabra, but like, he's still walking around. You might have to deal with him eventually. Well, let's see. Let's see, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, I want to use a spell. So let's see, we're hungry, our sanity's low. The best thing we can do is simply use simple transmutations. Wine. Make a few wine vials. Let's do this before, the crow mauler kills us. If possible. That'll be great. Wine vial, so I'll probably give it to Doris, just so her mind's up, because she's the one that's actually using the spell. You? And basically this is what I'm gonna do. This is a little tedious, but in a way, we basically defeated fear and hunger, like the mechanics anyway, because you basically have infinite mine from the wine and the water, and also infinite moldy bread, right? It's infinite because, by the way, if you, I think I mentioned before, but if you use any vial in the game, I think generally speaking, I don't know if it counts if you use it during battle. Sometimes you throw items at enemies, I don't know if you keep the vial then, but usually when you drink a vial, you get an empty vial, and you can use this empty vial, and to fill water. You know, it's kind of like Legend of Zelda. You know, empty bottles in Legend of Zelda are actually pretty valuable. And once you have this spell, then it becomes very valuable as well. Let's make some more moldy bread. Just a little bit more. Basically, you have infinite food at this point. Nom nom. Now, again, I just like the image of her, like, just snapping her fingers, constantly just chugging wine, you know? Just over and over again. And then just, like, making bread rain from the sky. Just imagine that. I don't know. Is there any fan art like that? That'd be kind of cool if there was. You know, it'd be kind of funny. Like, just imagine, like, the party members in the background just chomping on bread while she just chugs on wine. And just, like, there's, like, a mountain of bread. I mean, you can, you know, I've done this before where I just kept doing this until we got 99 bread. You know, it's possible. Probably not going to do it right now because that'll be very tedious. Do it for so long. I want to top everybody off, basically. At the very least. Some wine. I mean, you might as well make a lot of wine because you have so much water. And maybe a little bit more bread just as a buffer. I like to have a little bit of bread. Might as well max you out. Fill up some more water. I just want to do this now. There's another thing we want to do here as well. I actually don't want to activate the skill. You know, the annoying thing about this game, by the way, is that when you have access to multiple abilities and multiple options, it's annoying because sometimes when you interact with something, you get like, do you want to do this? Yes or no? Okay. Do you want to do this? Yes or no? Okay. Do you want to do this? Yes or no? You know, I don't know. I guess I'm assuming it's because the developer just added like mechanics on top of each other, one by one, until like there's a bit of like a feature bloat, I imagine. Maybe? That's my guess anyway. I'm not entirely sure. It could be just speculating. I have no idea myself. But it seems like, yeah, at least in this game, it keeps like asking, you know, like if, for example, you get the skinning knife, get the skin, right? Actually, I'm trying to think. I don't know, when you skin, actually, you get a different option on top of everything else, right? Because, you know, when you search a corpse, you, I mean, I can demonstrate, actually. What's the corpse? When you search this corpse, right, you get like, do you want to use a soul stone here? You know, it's like, maybe I don't want to use a soul stone. You know, sometimes I want to save my soul stone. And then you could beat, search, or skin, right? That's the thing. That's the funny thing. Like, normally you don't get the skin option unless you get the skinning knife. But like for various reasons. Sometimes there's an ability called Devour, I believe, or it's like, can eat the creatures. Like, do you want to devour the creature? Do you want to use a soul stone? Do you want to like la da da da? But I don't know. That's a little bit annoying. They have to ask you every single time. There's probably a reason for it, but I kind of wish that instead of doing that, it would just have all the options listed in one menu, right? Do you want to search? Do you want to like eat? Do you want skin? Do you want to, you know, do whatever? You want to do a little dance with the corpse? I don't know. But I wish it was all one option or one menu rather than like multiple menus. Kind of annoying. Anyway, what do I want to do here? Oh yeah. Next thing I want to do, because we got the squirrel walking on water. Yeah, I don't want to use it immediately because it makes the water gathering a little bit annoying. That's why I didn't want to do it right away. I guess I'll use it now since I'm here. Maybe I should go back and heal up, but I don't know, whatever. I'm going to use the blue vial. I'll use one blue vial. Alright, so you get an option here, use a walking water. You imagine it'd be annoying because it gives you the prompt every single time. Oops, oh, that what? Did I not have the option? Oh, no, I do. Oh, I gave you the option to also add water to your vial on top of that. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Anyway. Okay, so you walk on water because you're Jesus Christ. By the way, Almir, you know, basically is for some reason, it's just Jesus Christ. You know, that's the lore, basically. He's just Jesus. Walk on water, turn water into wine. Anyway, here's a lizard. Shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully. I don't know. Let's see. You do that. You do that, and just in case, hit the sword again. You know, it should be only one hit. And you're dead. Okay. Just in case. Again, enemies can hit you even when they die. Like on the same turn, anyway. In powder. I would like a crude sword though. A crude sword would be nice, at least for Dars. There's some ways to get better weapons, but I don't know. For now, I like to have like a simple weapon if possible on her. I think she's been stuck with a spear for the longest time, right? Anyway, Dars, do that. Do that, just in case of that. Alright, see ya, fishy. I know. Do I stream at a bad time, by the way? I don't know. It's like, just in general. I guess maybe I do. I guess it depends your, like, time zone. But I don't know, I've always just been used to streaming at around noon Eastern time, only because my internet, it used to be, my old place actually, my internet was like really bad. And then, you know, that's why I didn't stream. For example, like evening time. I feel like prime time is like evening time, right? At least in Eastern time zone anyway. But I didn't stream during that time because my internet would be congested, right? Because people would be using the internet a whole bunch. At that time, it'd be very slow. These days, I do have fiber internet, which is pretty good. I'm reminded that one time where it did go down, but for the most part, it's pretty good. So I could stream later, but I don't know. I'm just so used to streaming a little bit early, I guess. Like noontime, usually afternoon. I'm just so used to it, and also I guess potions, black vial, alchemy tools. It's a globe made of marble. Picks the world map, but some of these kinds are unknown to you. What was I saying? I lost track. I lost my train of thought, but basically I don't stream during prime time because I'm so used to it. And also, yeah, the biggest reason is definitely my neighbors' loud music. You know, my neighbors just make a lot of noise as well. So I don't know. They still making a lot of noise anyway. So I don't know. What do I do? Do I stream like in the dead of night? I can't really do that either. I want to sleep. You know. Hello, Alope, by the way. Is it a decent time? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends. It really depends on time zones, I feel like, as well. There's a map of the unknown world carved on the wall. The map completely lacks the continent of Finland. That was discovered in modern times. Or Agridir, you know. Went to Finland, I guess. I'll talk to you. So, by the way, this is the second hideout of this alchemist dude. No, I say dude. Well, I don't know. I think their gender is meant to be ambiguous. Literally in the description, you know, but anyway. There's rabbits. You got the doors of the ancient city open, it seems. What is the ancient city? The ancient city is what remains of the city of the gods, Mahabra. The presence of the gods is fading. Even the presence of new gods is questionable. It was always just a matter of time. What do you know about these new gods? They attained their position in order to rebel against the old gods and the old order. But they're barking up the wrong tree. How can the older gods be responsible if they haven't been around for a millennia, if they ever even existed? The truth is, gods come and go. Humanity itself is the cause of the misery and the dreadful state of the world over the past few hundred years. Humans should blame themselves. Humans should take responsibility for themselves. Right. So it's just a bit of lore there. You know, there's a whole thing about like old gods and new gods. I don't think we found a lot of books that give a lot of context to that, but I feel like. I don't know. There's also this. Blood and Flower Magic. There's poems. Yeah, I think it's some books before I didn't really read. I don't know. The thing about reading books is that it wastes time. You know, like we slowly lose our mind reading books. But I guess we read this. What's this? I actually haven't read this. In this book, I wrote out what I learned at the Eastern Sanctuaries by late master Nazra the Great. You see, I was given the honor of being an apprentice of the Great Wizard. My time with him was brief, and I only managed to scratch the surface of the immense knowledge he possessed. In this book, I will list out the secrets and spells he spoke of, on how to acquire the knowledge behind blood magic and flower magic. You must seek that information elsewhere. These were his words. I know the first secret of Gorgoroth. If I see hanging from a tree of a dead man's corpse, I wish upon his soul and bind it back to the umbilical cord, and then that corpse will walk and speak again with me. Okay, so this gives a little hints what the spells do. I think that's basically necromancy. I know the first secret of Sylvian. If I sprinkle my seed inside the womb of the freshly deceased, the life that is lingering in that corpse will sprout a son in my name, a son that will live a life of violence. Okay, that's a secret spell that I don't have, but create demon children, you know? I know of the second secret of Gorgoroth. The minuscule world I've always felt curiosity from becomes understandable to me. I'm finally able to converse with the insects around me, have them reveal their deepest secrets. Ah, yes. That's one that's related to talking to bugs, actually. So that's like a thing. I don't know how you get that normally, but I do know Enki. If you start as Enki, the mage, I think you can get that spell. The second secret of Sylvian, I no longer have to fear for separation from my loved ones, for we can forever join in the marriage of flesh, an act of love that creates a beautiful union of two souls. So yeah, that's something I didn't really explain all that much, but that's the option you can do at ritual circles to show love. I don't do it, usually, because I don't know. It just what it does basically it combines your main character with another party member, at least if they're compatible anyway. It really depends. Um, I think, like for example, you can't do it with a guard, as I showed before. I think so. But for certain party members, you can literally have like a sex scene, whatever. It was I don't know, something like that. But then what happens afterwards is basically Full Metal Alchemist. When the girl like combined the dog, that kind of thing, sort of. They fuse together. It becomes kind of weird, like monster abomination thing. Which I don't know. I don't like to do that because it kind of like because no matter which character you do it with, your character I don't know, just they lose all personality. They just look like a weird naked guy. That's why I never do it. I don't know, but it is helpful in a cinch, I guess, or a clinch or a cinch, because it regrows all your limbs and whatnot and heals you up. But I don't know. I feel like it's not worth it. Anyway, I know the third secret of Gorgoroth. For all the wrong that they have done to me, I merely point my finger and least the violence at them in a desperate cry of remorse. I think that's just like the hurting spell, right? Or some kind of like offensive spell. And here's the third secret. As human beings are simple creatures guided by their feelings and lusts, I can easily control their affections in the most primal way. Yeah, I think that's another spell which I don't have, but I believe that's the pheromone spell, which basically makes, like it can target your own party members and like they taunt the monsters basically. The long hair guy's pretty sure he's a dude. Well, I don't know. According to the research I've done, I think I keep saying he, but their gender is supposed to be ambiguous. Is the whole point. Also, they don't seem angry that I'm taking this, by the way. Squirrel Pyromancy trick is Squirrel Combustion. So, those are some like spells. Supposedly, there's a glitch of that one of the spells. I mean, Pyromancy trick is like, I think, just a fire spell. You shoot a fireball. It's very typical of RPGs. Combustion, though, I guess obviously we'll look at it. But yeah, this gives you the secrets of Pyromancy trick, and this gives you combustion. I might want to save these scrolls, actually. I don't know if I'm going to use it on the main character, because I don't think they need it necessarily, but I'm actually going to save these for now. But combustion, if you get the spell combustion, it's basically another kind of like fire spell, but also... I might as well get a water vial. But also, it's... since I'm here, I might as well... since I'm here... I might as well get some water, get some wine. I was gonna say, combustion also supposed to explode your limbs, or at least randomly is the idea. So like it's supposed to be like a very like a risky spell is the whole point. But apparently there's a bug where like that doesn't actually happen. So it kind of like defeats the purpose of its like downside. It's supposed to have a downside, but it actually doesn't. It's a funny thing. So you can just use it, which I feel like it's kind of broken. But all right, let's see. That. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna get some bread. I don't know. I just want to do this real quick. Again, I could do this until I have 99 bread, but probably don't want to like waste our time too much. But it's just very useful, At this point, we basically don't have to worry about hunger or mind too much, at least for now. Because if we were getting low on supplies, you can always just run back here. As long as you have like one moldy bread, you can always just do that. All right, so let's see. So we did that. So that's great. Where should we go now? We might as well just go here just to save. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, what I wanted to do is heal up, actually. I was thinking, well, we saw it before, but like there was a place where we can like heal up free. So So I might as well, you know, take advantage of that. So we might as well do that. Where is it? I'm trying to think. I guess it'll be here. Let's start. You thought I was talking about Enki. Oh, come on, yeah, maybe I was. I don't know, I can't remember. Maybe I was mixing up the names. Yeah, Enki is the mage guy, which I haven't really, you know, talked to too much. Probably talk to him like later. Let's see. Also, that lead guard still there. Let's see. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go like up here. You know, I'm surprised actually. We haven't seen much arrow traps. You know, I'm so used to arrow traps, like arrow traps, and there's like a ballista usually in the prison. But in this layout, it seems like I got a little bit lucky. But there's no like arrow traps at all. No arrow like hazards. It seems like. So that's great. Don't have to worry about that. Anyway, let's just join the rabbit orgy. Or, no, don't worry about it. It's not an orgy. I misspoke. It's actually just a rabbit hug club. You know, we just hug. That's all, right? Anyway, I just want to do this. Put on the mask. We just hug. That's all. It's just a hugging session. It's just a cuddle session. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, good thing it's censored. I like the new version of the censorship mod. As I mentioned before, it's much more immersive. You know, it's implied, but like, you know, it doesn't get me banned, so that's great. And it's also not like pine cones. Because I remember the previous version, the censorship mod, it was just all pine cones, and everything was replaced with pine cones or otherwise just like removed. So like it's, you know, a little bit immersive breaking. But I like this, where it's like it's just kind of blurred, you know, you can't see anything, but like it's just implied. Anyway, but there you go. So I did that. We never actually used that before, so therefore it gives us full healing. Also gives us an infinity of Sylvian. That's important because that's another thing I want to do. Because we conquered hunger, we conquered mind, but we really haven't conquered body yet. So I think from that we still need maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Do we need another affinity? Maybe. I think we need to. So we still need to gather one more affinity. I think. Remember correctly? I guess we can check the hex. Where is it? Because in order to get some healing spells, you know, a very typical thing you would normally get like every other RPG, but in this game you actually have to earn it in a very like specific, cryptic way. But in order to get healing spells, you have to have affinity with Sylvian. How much affinity do I have? I think I have enough. Yeah, but we don't really need to do more, really. I might have wasted my prayer accidentally. But yeah, we can get this and then this. You know, something that I didn't explain in the game actually is that it is kind of like a skill tree, so you have to get this one first and then this one. You know, I thought I could just grab the spell, but I couldn't do that before. We got Loving Whispers and Healers. One for one, I got Lesser Souls first now. Let's see. How much Soul Stones do I have? That's why this is why Soul Stones are like important. I only have one Soul Stone, so I like to get more if possible. So we're gonna have to come back here. I mean, we can use the Soul Stone right now, I guess. Might as well just get the first healing spell. I like the other one though, because the other one is AoE. So we're gonna use the Soul Stone. That gives us a Lesser Soul. So that's great. So we can go back here. And then use the Lesser Soul here. The game does, I feel like, doesn't really explain this very well at all. And also the fact, it's also annoying that it's like annoying that we can like, we have to like go the way you navigate, you know, this hexen is like a little bit annoying. Anyway, I got Loving Whispers, that's good. I like to get, if possible, on guard, but we can't do that. Well, we're gonna do that soon actually. But I mean, basically, in order to unlock these spells, as I mentioned before, they're based on the character that you pick, but also you can get like certain souls. You gotta get it in very specific ways. But in order to progress the game, you actually need the souls anyway, so I'm gonna get that one eventually as well. Anyway, let's see here. So I think we're done here. We have the spell, so I'll show it real quick. We have Loving Whispers. It's a concentrated whispers carried by the older god Sylvian that heals a considerable amount of health. That's good. It costs us some mine, but basically allows us to heal. At least one by one, you know. How much wine do we have? I do have 3 wine, so we gotta keep our mine up. If we're using spells in particular, we gotta make sure we have enough mine. Anyway, let's see here. Now what? Now where do we want to go? Well, I'll probably teleport, I guess. Torch is down. Can I make another torch? Give me another torch. Light the torch. You know, this guy's still here. Do we want to... I don't know. I don't want to fight him. Elite guards are annoying. They're just kind of annoying. I don't want to deal with them. You know? I'm just trying to think, though. How do we want to do this? Because she's still stuck with an iron spear. I do want to get, like, a better weapon if possible. So that is a possibility. You know what? Okay, let's go back and save one more time. Now that I can save, by the way, I could just save an infinite amount of times now, so that's great. Let's keep doing this forever. There you go. So yeah, probably next on the list. I want Dars to have a good weapon. That's probably the last thing I kind of want to do before we continue exploring the city of Mahabra, because as you know, it's a pretty dangerous city. You know, despite being so nice, you know, when you turn it into the past, it's still pretty dangerous. So what I like to do, and this could be okay, I guess we'll see. It depends. There's a few options, but I probably want to get the I don't know. I'm not really explaining much, but it's kind of vague. So what I probably want to do is use this empty scroll. The empty scrolls are quite limited. I don't know if it's a guaranteed one. I don't remember if there's like guaranteed stuff, but I did get one from a desk, I think. You know, on this runs, that's pretty lucky. Do I have a quill? I think I must have got a quill at some point, right? Yeah, I got like 3 quills. You know, you need a quill. So the way it works is you gotta get like an empty scroll, and you gotta get a quill. And then if you do that, you can actually use it. And then you do something very specific. It's something, you know, the game already hints you a little bit already. Is that if you notice, you see like this option. So you go like this. It's annoying, by the way. I don't know how to like add space. We gotta go like, oh Lord. That's the first verse. And you have to press enter, by the way. You can't press Z. It's strange how developers set this up. But you have to type it and then press OK. That's the first verse. The second verse, I believe, is just give. Oh Lord, give. And for the last one is basically what you want. So that's why the empty scroll is very useful. It allows you to summon almost everything in the game right into your inventory. So it can be very broken. The only problem is that because there's so many options, I'm not sure what to do. But I think what I want is, let me just double check how, because the spelling has to be very important. Let's see. Okay, so I want basically this. I don't think I got it this run. I got it in the previous run. I got this thing in the previous run. Also, again, I don't know how to when you press space, by the way, it adds an A. Like, I don't know. There's an easy way to do that. It just feels like janky. But anyway, I want the passages. Hopefully, I did this right. If you do it wrong, you know, it's like nothing happens. But oh Lord, give the passages. Right? There you go. Almir blesses you for the passages of Mahabra. You just kind of like you just clap your hand, you pray to God, and then they just give you something. Very easy. It's that easy. But yeah, you get the passages of Mahabra right here. A normal looking book that feels surprisingly heavy. Its cover looked very old. I remember getting this in one of my runs the first time, actually, and I was like, I didn't know what it was. I just opened it immediately, and I mean, you'll see what it does, but that was a bad idea because that's not really the best use of the book. If you open it right away, it, you know, uses it up, and you can't get another one, at least not very easily. So that's why I want that. So let's see. Next thing I want to do, again, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I explain stuff, it's like, it's kind of common sense to anyone who's ever played this game thoroughly, but I don't know. I just want to like explain what I'm doing just in case you're confused. I guess anyone who's going to watch this later on as well. But we're going to go here. So we're going to go back to the ghost town, basically. It's not really a ghost town, but it has a bunch of ghosts in it. We're going to climb down this way. So we've been here before. I kind of rushed this part, actually. A bunch of people here. I mean, we don't really need to do this right now. We might as well. You know, we're not going to return here anytime soon, I don't think. And we already have, like the whole infinite hunger thing. So, or I won't even explain what this is, but basically, there's a bunch of people like eating each other. There's a man, the wolf mask, eating intestine. I don't pronounce that actually. Intestines, right? The two are busy with each other. The other person is bleeding extensively, and you can't help but wonder how much life there is still left in him. Yeah, you see, there's a bunch of corpses everywhere. Celebration of flesh. I want more. The masked gentleman seems to be in a very agitated state and is breathing heavily. His genitalia seem to be an abnormally high-pressure erection. I guess. Good thing it's censored. Take part in the feast? Sure, why not? So this is very similar to these, other plays, a bunch of rabbits. You can also partake in this ritual as well. And then you just eat some guy. Great. And again, the first one is free. As I mentioned before, if you do any of these rituals twice, the wolf one or the rabbit one, if you do it again, you have to flip a coin. If you fail the flip, then you die. So that's why it's not recommended to do it again unless, you saved right before. So you can just... In a way, you can also save scum that too. So that's another way to cheese the game as well. If you have some kind of save point right before you do this, then you can basically also have infinite hunger and infinite health as well. I just don't like to do it too much because it's kind of tedious to do that. So, anyway, masked lady as well. Boys and girls just enjoying themselves. That's all. Num 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 num. He's chewing on the cut off arm. Great. So I just want to do that because if you participate in the ritual, you also gain infinity Rockruff, which is not really essential to play through, but I might as well, I guess. Since I'm here, I might as well. Try mushrooms. Alright. Let's see. So again, I haven't really explored this area too thoroughly. The reason why, because of these ghosts, and I really don't want to. I don't want to deal with these ghosts. It's kind of like what was that place called? New Londo. New Londo in Dark Souls. It's like really annoying to explore this place because of the ghosts. Unless you have a cursed weapon or magic spells, which I do, I guess. But even then, you don't want to deal with them. But I guess I'll explain why. I mean, beyond just being hard to hit because you can't use melee weapons, they also have a special ability where they suck your mind. Basically, they drain your mind, and if they do it 3 times, you also die. There's actually a special effect. Actually, your character actually gets visibly older and older, or they look like a little older anyway. They start to have wrinkles and everything. Yeah, not a good place to stay in. But anyway, why I'm here is because of this. This is a sword. There's a mysterious sword stuck in the wall here. The sword emanates a light blue hue. There's definitely something otherworldly about it. Let's investigate. The sword's quality seems very high. There are light carvings all around its blade. They all seem to start from the handle. The sword itself is stuck in the wall. You're not sure if it's completely safe to remove it from here. Right. And again, I kind of ran past this before, so I didn't really have time to explain what it was. But yeah, there's a sword here. We could try taking it. The sword is stuck. You feel like you might be able to pull it out if you try it again. Well, you see... Well, let's see. Ask someone else to take it. Let's ask Lagarde. Pulling a sword from a stone, huh? It's a curious blade, no question about that. But I don't believe in fairy tales. In the real world, foolish heroics only lead to one kind of destiny. Alright? Let's maybe ask Ragrudir. Lagarde doesn't want to do it. How about you do it? Some of the items in treasures in these dungeons are there to tempt us. But the greedy will have a pitiful end. No doubt about that. Is that a no? You think hard about that one. Okay, a little bit sarcastic, I feel like. So basically, yeah, everyone, no matter who you pick, they usually will say something along the lines of just don't do it, you idiot. So it's a really big warning that if you try to take the sword from this stone, that everything will collapse and you'll die, basically. A lot of things that kill you in this game. But what you should do, and it's a very specific way, it's a bit of a secret, I guess. So it's not really something that I feel like you just know, but I think it's something that the developer added. But we can try taking it. You take the sword, you get the blue sin. Oh! And as everything collapses, we pause time, you know, and Zawurudo. And the thing you want to do is actually use this book. If you don't know what it is, let's see. You open the passage of Mahabharata, the page starts telling you stories of a past age. I remember getting this like very early. In fact, before I even learned about Mahabharata, you know, one of my first few runs. And I use it immediately. But basically what it does, it teleports you actually. Feels like you fell asleep almost. As you open your eyes, a new world is upon you. Right. So you just end up here. And we already been here. So I feel like the impact would be more interesting if you never went to the city yet. But I wanted to do this. You recognize the forms as new gods. The beings trying to replace the old world order. Francois? I don't know how to pronounce it. Francois, I want to say. Is it Francois? Francois? I don't know. Francois? Maybe it's Francois. I don't know. Because technically it's... I don't know. Anyway. Francois, the dominating one, looks at you with an intense look in his squinty eyes. He seems humored by your presence in the ancient landscape. A mortal to take a step into the realm of gods. You can almost feel a sense of nostalgia from his twisted smile. The rest of the new gods seem less interested in you. The tormented one notices you. He radiates deep past traumas and torment, and you feel disgusted by just his mere presence. What he wants from you remains a mystery. You feel cold sweat run down your back under his intense stare. Let us meet again. Up. Yep. Alright, you're gone. So those are the new gods that was mentioned before. You know, it's like a sneak peek of who they are. So we're gonna hurry up and grab a bunch of this stuff because this is actually a new segment. This is a different part of the city they can't normally get to actually. As you notice as well on the bottom text, it says the city is starting to look like an illusion. So gotta do this quick. I can't remember which one's the fastest way. I actually don't know which way to go exactly. I don't know. Let's just be quick. Remember. Alright, there's a chest here, so might as well grab this. Fast as we can. Ah, nothing? Great. Let's see. Oh, whatever. What was it? I can't remember where it was exactly. Fucking monster here. We should hurry. So what I want to do, I want to go here, yeah. Because these are some chests we can grab real quick. Oh, damn it. I didn't have time. Empty! That's just annoying. Oh, whatever, that's fine. It never matters too much anyway. We already got what we want. What we want was the blue sin. A fine and light one-handed sword with faint blue carvings. On the hilt, there's some writing, for the sinners. So there you go. That's like a really strong weapon. I believe you can make it even stronger by cursing it as well. For now, we're just going to have that. It's a one-handed, so we can hold something as well. The spider shield. You know, spider shield just reminds me of Dark Souls as well. I don't know. I don't know if this is a reference to Dark Souls necessarily. I don't know, like a spider shield is very iconic of the Soul series necessarily, but it does remind me of Dark Souls. Dark Souls also had like a spider shield in it. But there you go. So that's how you survive and get the blue sin. If you don't do that, then you die. You know, the thing collapses on you, you get game over. I believe the story is that players did try to get that sword through multiple means. And it's only after they tried doing that, you know, in particular, like teleporting away from the area and coming back. It didn't work the first time because the game wasn't really, you know, handled to be scripted that way. But then someone tried to do that, and so the developer was like amused, you know, and so they added the option to do something. But normally, that sword was just like you can't get it. You know, the whole point is that you weren't able to like grab it. All right, so we did that. So that and now everything's collapsed, so we can just go through like an alternate path down here. I believe you can go here. Going over here is just a bunch of herbs, I believe. Herbs. That's you know, pretty useful. I can use it for crafting if I need to. That's it. There's nothing else here. And let's see. There's also a few items you can grab. I don't know how useful it is, but we might as well grab it while we're here. I believe, yeah, this one. There's a skeleton here in the tight embrace of the tree roots. Investigate. Looks like the skeleton has been here for centuries. By the looks of its clothing, you guess that this person came from somewhere far east. You take the Eastern Silk robes, Jingasa Kabuto, and the charm of the Igagetsu. I don't know, I don't pronounce any of this. Igagetsu. So like, somewhere from the east. I believe most of that is not really that useful. Eastern Silk robes, I guess it's like for magic defense, it seems like. Silk robes from the far east. Despite looking rather flimsy, they provide decent protection against otherworldly powers. What else? I guess it was just, I thought it was 3 things, but there's also this. A charm said to fall from the robes of Wandering Warrior. Raises critical hit rate of whoever holds it. So, critical hit rate chance up. That's, somewhat useful. I imagine it could be useful for Ragnar maybe? It can guarantee the hit chance, possibly. And also the hat. Oh yeah, the hat. Has been hardened to be used in battle. You know what? Here you go, Ragnar. You can just pretend to be like a weeb, samurai guy. Like, what was that meme about, like, the dude, like, having a katana and wearing a fedora? It's like typical Redditor. Anyway. My lady. That's what he is. Alright, so we end up over here. So we've been here before. This is just a deeper thicket. We drop down and everything. I believe... Which way should I go? I actually don't know. Which way am I need to go? I basically want to drop down again. I kind of don't want to fight these guys. You don't really need to, so... Excuse me. Go around. Oh, thank you. And go drop down here. Alright. Back to the level 7 catacombs. But we have a new weapon. So that's great. We're more powerful and more well equipped to deal with the dangers of dungeons of fear and hunger. Should I read this? There's an old book of rich golden illustrations left here. You take the Book of Enlightenment. Oh, I forgot to actually interact with this. This is actually, yeah, I was surprised I didn't, get this yet. But the Book of Enlightenment is basically a save point. So this is how you actually save in the menu at least once. It's a consumable, by the way, so you only use it once. Did I grab that before? I actually don't remember. Maybe I did grab that. I can't remember now. I might have missed it. I don't know. I don't remember now. Anyway, Book of Enlightenment allows you to save, basically. The wall mural depicts a lush and tranquil ancient city with towers and pillars rising high in the horizon. Here, anything else? Random books. Alright. Oh. Let's head back to the Tower of Endless and save the game. Alright, and now from here, I guess we can do whatever you want. There's a lot of things we can do. I guess the first thing we should do... Well, for one, we should eat. Well, might as well use the stuff that we have. I don't know. We can summon infinite bread, but like might as well use the items that we have already. Yeah, might as well use it all up. And have meat pie. Just so I have less stuff in my inventory, so it's less crowded. That's the biggest thing, really. Anything else? Yes, that's good. That's good enough. Alright, so let's head down. What we want to do, again, kind of explore the area in both states, actually. So, past, present, There's something we actually can do here, actually. And that is to turn this back into the past. What happens if you go back in the tower, back in the past? Well, let's see what happens. Very eerie music, by the way, as well. That makes sense. Yeah, you can go back here. The room is filled with meat-eating flies, apparently. No one's cleaned this place. Go here. There's nothing but a bed. It feels safe, though. Might as well rest here, right? Sure, why not? It's just another save point, right? Right? As you fall asleep, restless dreams take over your consciousness. Various dreams make you twist and turn in the bed as you fall deeper and deeper. Now, as it turns out, this is kind of like a weird dream sequence. As you open your eyes, you find yourself in the misty back streets of the Kingdom of Radon. You visited the city numerous times before, which is why you recognize the streets clearly. There's something uncanny about its houses and street lamps. Something feels off. Alright, well now we're here. Also, our party members are still here. You know, I don't know how they, like, entered our dreams as well. I guess it's just magic. You also slowly lose your mind here as well. Even in a dream, you know, your sanity still drains, I think. As far as I know. I think that's the case. I could be wrong. But you're gonna have to use a stick and get a torch out. There you go. It's just like a little glimpse of what the world outside the dungeons look like a little bit. You read this here. There's a poster. Missing children. Since the beginning of this year, already 13 children have been reported missing. If you have any clues about the suspect of such heinous crimes, please let the city official know. The concrete lead will warrant a hefty reward. But in our dreams, by the way, we can loot. You know, that's another thing too. Again, magic. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to loot as much as I can. Some stuff. Cheese. I mean, again, food in mine, not really a necessity anymore, but it is nice to have just in case. Poster, missing children. Same thing, I think. That way? I can go on left. I'm going here. Can you read this? I can read this. There's a long list of customers here. Cabbage. Yeah, I've noticed actually, because again, I've played this game before, and normally without the censorship mod, there's a lot more action that happens here actually. So this dialogue that says you shouldn't interrupt them actually does not make sense. You know, I mean, to explain basically, this is actually a brothel. You know, so there would be like shadows behind the bed. And much more lewd sounds happening. Anyway. Here we go. Here's Kahara. We actually never met him, actually, so this is kind of like a weird, you know, scene if you haven't seen him yet. But here's Kahara. Celeste, you're still doing this job with a little one on the way and all? Yeah, well, there are folks that fancy stuff like this. If anything, I feel like there's more gentlemen folks asking for services these days. Men sure are weird like that. They have weird fetishes. This isn't right, I don't like it. Honey, I don't know what to say. You always gotta eat, and now I got the little one to feed as well. I'm a man, I should take care of you two. The world doesn't go always the way we want. No. For all my life, I drifted along wherever the wind took me. But it doesn't have to be that way. We don't always have to stay at the mercy of the winds or the gods. I might have the answer. I got a new gig a few days ago. It's a pretty daunting task, but it'll give us the silver we need. I'm leaving tomorrow. When I get back, things will change. You just wait and see. Honey. Just promise you do come back. Yeah. Alright, well, they disappeared. That's strange. You know, if you know no context of any of this, it's just weird, I guess, because you never met the character before. But that is one of the playable characters in the game, actually. You get an idea what their backstory is like if you play the character, you know, just like in the beginning where you get choices, right? As an allusion to, you know, his kind of like motivation to go into the dungeon as well. So we kind of saw that. And obviously it's kind of like a dream, so it's like, it's kind of like, yeah, it's a dream sequence. We kind of like see a bit of, you know, why they're doing the thing that they're doing. Now let's see. Go in here. You see something moving in the shadows. Meow. Eyes vanish in the shadows where they appeared from. You don't feel the presence of the child or the entity anymore. Right, so, I mean, that's just a reference to Pocket Cat, the gentleman cat guy that we saw before. You know, now you know what he does to children. Most likely, he literally just eats them. So, I don't know. Anyway, grab this. You know, that's probably why he's probably the source of all the missing children as well. We saw in the posters. As it turns out. Yeah, some plot fragments. You know, different flag, by the way. I mean, I don't know. I guess kingdoms can have different flags. I never actually see that design before. At least in the dungeon. Kahara and Saz probably have the nicest relationship in the game. I guess so. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess canonical, yeah. Oh, okay, we don't want to touch that guy. That guy is an enemy, actually. I have a torch. I think we have a torch. Right. Darcy's feeling hungry already. You guys get hungry so quickly. Have a cabbage. Have some cheese. Cheese. Anything else? Fried mushrooms. Stuff your stuff on these mushrooms. Eat it. Eat it in your dreams. You know, it's weird how we're getting hungry in our own dreams, by the way. How's that? No, wait. I'm gonna go down. Or do I have to? I don't really remember the layout. Guess we have to go. We can go this way. Go like this. I'm ready, Elmir. Take me. I'm ready to meet my end. This is as far as I got. I can't get any satisfaction. Can't get any. Isn't it like? I mean, anyway. There's no fulfillment. I've reached the limits this feeble body can withstand. There's no silver lining way at the end. The purpose of us all is to shiver under the cold sun the gods have set above us. What's that? This random ghost thing just gonna like fly over me and keep, you know, just floating above me like that? These visions. I see. I understand. Let me down from here. Alright, okay. So that's his kind of like backstory. He was just gonna sacrifice himself to the gods because he's just like, there's nothing to do. I might as well just sacrifice myself. But then he canceled it. It's like, can you do that? Can you just cancel your own ritualistic sacrifice? How it works? You can be like, no, I changed my mind. You know, just imagine yourself you're on the electric chair. It's like, actually, you know, I changed my mind, actually. You don't have to execute me. That's okay. Doors left tight. You can't enter all these doors. Okay. Got some more stuff. Got you guys. The new gods, they will bring us the paradise. The past millennia, we've been at the mercy of the older gods and their reign. It's time for mankind to take matters in their own hands of the rise of the new gods. Whoa. Okay. Now something I didn't... Let me see. I don't know if this works. I literally learned about this just yesterday. But I think you can wear the priest's robe here, right? If you wear the priest's robe, your character actually changes. You can talk to them. Oh, brother. How is the world treating you this day and age? I'm afraid I'm not well. The role of a dark priest is not an easy one. We've been persecuted by the common folk since the dawn of time. Hopefully this will ease your daily struggle. Okay, I got opium. I got drugs. Brother in faith, the Advent's near. Have you fulfilled your earthly needs yet? I'm afraid I don't have much. But worry not, I have something special for you in that case. Get an empty scroll. Use it wisely. Okay. Okay, so I think that's, you know, I was talking about how, like, if there's a guaranteed empty scroll. It seems like there is. So if you talk to the priest, this priest in particular, with the priest's robe, which I think you can get pretty easily if you kill the priestess in the beginning. I think. I don't know if it's guaranteed. but you get an empty scroll there. So that's interesting. So I have an empty scroll that I can use for something else. To be honest, I don't know what I would use it for. I don't know. I guess I'll just have it in my pocket just in case. Who knows? Again, very powerful though. Empty scrolls are like very, very valuable because you can use it for a lot of stuff, really. Anything you want. Well, almost everything. I think the only exception is like very like unique stuff. I think, like for example, you can't like, as far as I know, you can't like use the empty scroll to like duplicate the miasma weapon, for example. Like some unique weapons you can't, as far as I know. Yeah? I blame the older gods. Why do they curse us with this sickness? The sick person whimpers on the ground. He's seemingly in pain. You bought this on yourself. Sins must be paid for. You brought this. I always mix up bought and brought. They're the same word in my head. The person in the plague is laying still on the ground. You can see the plague spreading in him. Sick man is breathing heavily, and then that one's dead. Not you. The new gods will bring an end to the dark times. I fear it's going to be too late for me, though. Right. So there's some kind of plague that went on, I guess, in the kingdom. I mean, since we saw that flashback with Kahara, I think that implies that it happened around the same time. You know, just right before we all entered the dungeon.